great marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that fat stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4:20 on a hashtag Weed Wednesday, and you are in the cipher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best bud, JB Perez.
Yeah, what's up? You're in the cipher with the Podheads right here, baby. Happy 420. Hashtag Weed Wednesdays. First and foremost, shout out to you, our fans out there watching us live. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you're watching us 7 p.m. every Wednesday, thank you guys. We love you. WJHM102jams.com. Thank you, Sir Joe Boy out there. You the man. And everybody else who loves us, we love you back. So Let's do it. Another show.
For sure. You heard the man, WJHM102jams.com. That's the place that hosts us. You're actually listening. If you're watching us live right now, you won't be able to hear this week's episode on WJHM. They actually play our replays. So only people that check us out on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and get to watch us live as we do it.
Right
so
here.
No editing,
Raw,
uncut.
Vice
If the
City.
Alphabet Boys kick the door in and break a bong over my head, you're going to see it.
I love you, Mom.
So,
we're here.
Yeah, we're doing a thing. It's going to be a good one. As you can see, we got our old banner up.
Yeah,
this
this
thing
was
we used
the
to take to
first
events.
one.
Yeah,
That's right.
Pre-COVID, it's got signatures of all people that we've met at great events, including awesome wrestlers and rappers, and so good times. Again, shout out to all the social media at podheads.com, thepodheads.com. We're on iHeartRadio too. I totally forgot about that. I don't know
Look
how.
at us, bougie
But
and stuff.
whether you have Apple, Android, iHeart, doesn't matter where you catch your podcast at. The Podheads, we're there, baby. So check us out. Tell your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Anyway, it's gonna be a good one. We've got some interesting things to talk
90,
about today.
Been here for a while, guys.
Episode 90.
I know,
Think about that
right?
for a second.
90 on the radio station, right?
90 on the radio station. So we've been around for a few hundred. I mean,
few hundred.
and
I
we're
would
not-
say close to 200.
Probably,
It's my fault. I lose shit all the time. I lost all our first
we lost
fucking 100
tons.
years, 100 episodes before we got on the radio station. But anyways, we're still here doing anything. Episode 90.
You know, JB, you're not surprised.
Yeah. Sorry.
But it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, people. Look, we got some updates on Greenberg and Gaetz.
Yeah.
Mainly Joel Greenberg. So we got an update.
Man, I love to hate
It's
right
not going to be
there.
all about politics today, thankfully. But I feel like we got to talk because there's some big news going
it's
on.
Florida.
What else are we also talking about today? Orlando Police Department participating in
This
some
one's
pretty
interesting.
interesting training.
Yeah.
That I think
Can't wait to talk about that one.
all supporters of Black Lives Matter, all supporters of social justice can get behind. That's going to be pretty cool. We got some big news in weed, right?
Woo!
The week in weed is back.
Hallelujah!
It's going to be some good ones. We got a lot of weed stories taking us back home to what we do. So, but before we do this, let's do it as we always do, Mr. JB.
Important time of the day. The weed wheel of destiny right here. It's my turn, right?
Weed Wheel of Destiny.
Let's do
yes,
it.
sir.
I have no idea.
So if you don't know, we spin the wheel, and the wheel tells us what to smoke.
Yep. How to smoke it, what to smoke.
Yeah.
Let's
It ain't
do
our
it.
fault. The wheel told us to do it.
What is it good?
Edibles.
Edibles. I know.
Edibles. All right, so we've got some edibles here that we're gonna whip out, right?
Perfect. Let's see them.
Let's see what we got here.
Great.
So we got. Let me bring the camera in for the audience here.
Studio one, yes.
Dabisco, not to be confused with Nabisco. Dabisco Stonio.
Stonia.
Birthday cake flavored.
Wow.
I guess wannabe Oreo cookies,
yeah. I mean,
right?
from my experience lately of edibles, it probably tastes very similar to Oreo. So.
Yeah. Oh well, we're gonna find out. We got Trolley Sour Bright Crawlers.
Ooh, those
And,
right there.
Yeah, these
look
things
fun.
are pretty cool. 600 milligram. So let's try. Let's try.
Let's try
here.
that Stonio. And
Yeah,
while you
let's
do
do
that,
the cookie.
I look at it and I feel like we talk about this before about the marketing aspect, right?
Sure.
Stonio, Oreo, Nabisco. Like, how do they get away away with it, right? And I think it has to do with like
The black market?
the black market. That's, you know what? That just literally ruins my whole conversation of where I was going with that. Because yes, you're right. It literally is some guy printing it on a label. But
it looks very professional. I mean,
you know, you gotta give them props.
look at this
for that,
thing.
right?
Wait a minute. Hold on. And not for nothing, because I'm not trying to start nothing. But it says Oreo on it.
It does.
So either
Homemade.
somebody lied to us and just put some Oreo cookies in here trying to get a.
So where do you think the THC? It's in
No,
the,
it
in
smells.
The,
I can smell something.
oh yeah,
right.
okay.
You smell something.
So it's
there,
in the
right?
filling then. It's in the filling where the THC is.
I guess.
Because this is definitely says Oreo.
Go for
That's
it.
not on us, Oreo.
You
Just say it.
first.
All right, me first.
What do you got?
It tastes like birthday cake. Birthday
Yeah.
cake frosting.
Really?
Birthday cake.
First and foremost, for anybody watching, this man has no idea how to eat an Oreo cookie.
What? Oh God!
No idea
This
how to
guy's
eat an
trying to
Oreo
open-
cookie.
You want me to get
Have you
some
ever
milk?
seen a
You want me to get
commercial?
you some milk,
Yeah,
too?
please,
All
please,
right.
if you wouldn't mind.
I'm here for the THC guy.
So, you
Yeah.
know what? Again,
It's a birthday cake Oreo.
either these guys are full of shit. Either they're full of shit,
Yeah.
and they just threw a straight up birthday cake Oreo cookie inside this packaging, and they're thinking maybe they can trick people, or they have masked this flavor so well that indiscernible. I swear to God, I can
Yes.
fill a bag of Oreo cookies with these things
And you would never know.
and get poor grandma high.
Yeah,
At least I
I mean,
hope.
I'm kind of worried because damn, like, how do I know now? Like, these are so realistic tasting that how would you know unless you have some sort of testing kit or just the word of the black market? You know, how would you know?
How would you know? Shout out to Big Ace. Big Ace is watching us live right now. I want to know if you've ever tried this, or we need to get Ro to try this because I want to know
Man,
if
it's an Oreo cookie.
I'm not sensitive to edibles, so even if it did, you know what? I'm getting a little taste.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit of taste of bud in
Okay.
there. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah,
something
it is very
right
late.
in the center, right? Yeah.
Yeah, very late in the back. You know what? I gotta say, while I've had my bad experiences with weed and weed transactions back in the day, you know, getting bad weed, for the most part, all my weed experiences have been positive. So like, I didn't feel like I was cheated. It's bad weed or somebody was trying to jack me. You know, whatever I'm saying. For the most part, 90% of my weed interactions have been positive.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go on the half full cup mentality and say there's plenty of THC in here.
Sure. Yeah. Now that I took the rest of it, I definitely taste some bud in there. Big Ace
Good.
said that the real birthday cake Oreos are yellow, not
Not
regular.
white?
Yeah,
Oh.
not black, not black.
Okay, got you.
So cool, I get you.
All right, Stonios.
But let's get into the stories. We got a few minutes,
Okay.
and I did want to touch on the first story here. Basically, we got some updates, right?
Yeah. Florida.
The
here we-
Greenberg Gaetz thing. As you know, Joel Greenberg, former Seminole County tax collector.
Yeah.
This man was arrested and was facing over 33 federal charges. Has recently, this past Monday, just copped a plea, basically. Copped a plea to 6 federal
To
charges.
6 of those. Okay.
Yes, sex trafficking of children,
Whoa!
production of a false identification document,
I don't care about that one.
aggravated identity
I
theft,
don't care about that one.
wire fraud,
Yeah, fuck that.
stalking, and conspiracy to commit an offense against the United States.
Now we're talking. Okay, so the first and the last one, bro. Now he's pleading guilty, copping a plea. What is that about? That's
don't know.
a big deal to take guilty.
Yeah. Let me tell you, if you copping that kind of plea,
That's what I'm saying.
then that means, especially with the sex trafficking case, that means he's got to be cooperating. They're not offering him. You don't go
boy.
from 33 federal charges to 6.
and take
without-
guilty on sex
Yeah,
trafficking.
exactly.
And now have something to share.
Yeah. Oh no, he's definitely
man.
got some beans to spill.
Interesting.
Check this out. I wanted to tell you. And you know what? We'll have the link
Yep.
to the news story in the bio. Not in the bio, but in the description because I
Yep.
can't remember where I got this from. But they were released on Friday. The documents. Okay.
Okay.
They said he used popular cell phone apps like WhatsApp, basically, and I think Signal was another one. He was also using not Zelle, but another Venmo, I think. Yeah. So basically, he used these apps to pay thousands of dollars to sex workers, younger women. Ooh, had drug-laced sex parties at hotels, and took advantage of his public office, putting friends in places,
My man,
making
the
money.
tax collector, just living his freaking best life with our money.
The mandatory minimum for the sex crimes alone is 10 years.
Oh,
mandatory.
wow.
Mandatory.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
what is the county, what is Florida willing to give up that for? Like, what information? Like, yeah, it has to be that Gaetz wants
the
to
district attorney said that if he cooperates, which his lawyers say he's going to cooperate, but the state attorney said that if he helps significantly, he may be able to get sentenced at less than the minimum.
Oh,
the minimum
man.
is 5 years.
Minimum 5.
So,
it blows my mind, and I said it last show. It's like, shout out to the feds for putting the pressure on, doing the investigations. You know, we want these people. It's the sex trafficking. It's the minors, bro. You know, you want to have sex parties? You want to be a tax collector, have sex parties? Go the fuck ahead if you're old enough, right? But anytime you start touching kids and sex trafficking, that shit goes out the window, bro. You deserve more than 10 years. But the fact that he's only might be getting 10 years and you just said 5, that means he has more to share. And we said on the last show, I want them all. I want all the stories. I want all the news. I want all the names. I don't want no kid
witch hunt. We want a witch
anywhere.
hunt. Get them all.
All of them.
To give you the last, he also has to forfeit $650,000, which is gonna basically go out to victims.
Okay.
You know, like as restitution.
Sure, sure.
But basically, he obtained that money illegally anyway.
I bet it was more than
he was
that.
embezzling. Hell yeah, he was embezzling more than $650,000. So the thing that makes this interesting, how this ties to Gaetz, if you haven't been watching. They're saying federal officials are looking into whether they both use the internet to find women they could pay for sex, and whether Gaetz had a sexual relationship with a minor that he paid and traveled with him. So this is all via the New York Times, Tampa Bay Times.
We're not just talking shit.
This is serious news. We're not talking shit. They have records of Gaetz sending money to a minor, and they want to know why. So I think, Joel Greenberg is gonna cooperate.
He's talking. When you take a plea deal, and we gotta go to break. When you take a plea deal, it is because you have something to say. I mean, there's no other reason to do it. Yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna be singing like a canary.
Woo, canaries. Here we go.
We gotta go to break. Stick with us. We'll be right back. It's the Podheads.
The Cannabis Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
Hey, you're back in the cipher. Thanks for sticking with us. We really appreciate it. Listen, the commercials, we know people hate them, but we got to pay the bills. At least, you know what? The format that we're doing it in right now isn't absolutely necessary. It was kind of the way we figured out how to make this operation work. So it was a little last minute. We did get some feedback saying, we really wish that you guys didn't have to go on breaks. So we're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
We're going to figure that out. So stick with us through this one, though, because this is going to be a good episode. We got a lot of interesting news. So anyway.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Next story, OPD, right? So Orlando Police Department.
Right here, Central Florida.
Right here. Orlando Police Department is in class. Back in school this week. Yes.
Any training is good training.
And what they're doing is they're participating in active bystander training.
Yeah, what is that?
What is active bystander training, you ask, JB? Active bystander training. It's basically... It's basically a training situation where people, mainly cops, are taught to deal with not only crowds of people watching what's going on, but with each other. How to police themselves, okay?
Interesting.
So the active bystander ship for law enforcement presented by Georgetown University. OPD was one of 100 law enforcement agencies nationwide.
Okay.
Who were selected to participate in the active bystander training.
Okay.
So the training provides departments with tools to prevent officer complaints, prevent misconduct, reduce mistakes made on the force, and promote mental health wellness.
Wow.
And this is interesting because these are things that were important to me that we've talked about on the show. I feel like there should be more training for officers in how to de-escalate situations. Not so much how to react and pull your gun fast, but how to calm a situation down. How to understand when things are looking tense and back off. You know what I mean? That's why we have SWAT. That's why we have support. That's why the damn, a lot of these states in the South, their police departments are equipped with freaking tanks and ridiculous military equipment that they really don't need.
Right.
But use it. Use it. You don't have to be Rambo. A cop, I believe, just a regular patrolman.
The ones that
their first job should be de-escalating, keeping the peace. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. So the training. Let's see, what do we got here? OPD Sergeant Chet Shelley. He said, yeah, I know. We all, regardless of rank, have a duty to do something when we see one of our fellow officers not having one of their best days. What's important here is to prevent an officer from ever doing something contrary to the oath that we took. I love it, right? It's a one-day class. He says it includes playing through different scenarios where peer intervention is needed. He also said that when an officer's out in the field and witnesses another officer using excessive force or driving dangerously, this will kind of teach them tools to correct one another, so to speak. Okay. You know what I mean?
You had me in the first half, right? There's a meme that says you had me in the first half and the story completely changes after this. You had me until you said it was a one-day class. You know how many one-day classes I've been in the military, at work, at school that I don't remember or paid attention truthfully? Okay, you said we wanted training. This is what we wanted. This is the change that from the beginning of Black Lives Matter started. It's like, we just want the training. We just want these cops to learn how to de-escalate, learn how to deal with bystanders, right? The name is, bystander training or whatever the hell. So thank you. 100 School. Thank you, George Washington University. Thank you. But one day? That's nothing, bro. That is barely. So? No, I don't think so at all. Maybe to a few, or maybe just plants the seed. And maybe it has to start somewhere, right? There has to start somewhere. So maybe it plants the seed. So I'm not gonna take it away because there always has to be a first step. But the one day thing, kind of.
Well, let me say this. As I pull up this
1 week, maybe make it a
mission
week
here. They're training for what it's worth. There's a lot of police departments, right? So if I'm going to defend the other side of this argument, right? There's a lot of police departments out there. Orlando's only one of 100. There's tens of thousands, maybe more than that out there, right? So what Georgetown University is doing is training the chiefs, the captains, and the lieutenants. These chiefs, these leaders now should take this information back to their departments and create their own training programs and disseminate that information. And as you see here, the graphics on the screen, they want to ensure every police officer in the United States has the opportunity to receive meaningful, effective, active bystandership training, serve as clearinghouse for research, thoughtful and sound materials, and model policies, provide guidance to police agencies and communities that want to develop active bystandership programs, build cultures. I mean, you can read the rest, but ultimately we've asked for something like this, right? Like a federal, like a one place, a standard, right?
Standard.
And of course, these guys have no authority, right? You know what I mean? These guys have no authority.
But we can agree.
But then at least be exactly. If most departments agree that these guys are the authority, then
Okay. I'm backtracking a little bit because in that fashion, okay, when you teach the leadership, because ultimately the leadership is always responsible. When one cop kills somebody, they look at the chief. The chief usually is getting fired. So you understand? So it starts from the top down and it trickles down.
Right?
So okay, I take that back. Still one day, okay, with COVID, we can do Zoom classes. I appreciate
Big
that.
A said it should be mandatory. Just to let you know, the lieutenant, Lieutenant Cully said that he plans to have all Orlando Police Department trained.
That is great to see. To see. This is a great first step. Great precedence. Again, shout out to GW University. I'm really loving. I was very interested in the bystander training, but then when you said it was also about them dealing with each other. And I think that's more important because it's the bad apples in the police force, right? Not all cops are bad. We shit on a lot of bad cops on this show, but it's because they're bad. They're the bad apples. Yeah. If they can police themselves, then the whole image of the police force changes because they take care of their own. The right way.
And having the training, understanding how to do it, a lot of times it's just a matter of not knowing, right? Not knowing if you're right. If you're a junior officer and you're looking at your lieutenant with his knee on somebody's neck, yes, first, in hindsight, in retrospect, we all look and say, oh, he should have said something. He should have done something. But, you wouldn't know until you're in that situation. With some training, with your captain, with your chief saying, hey, if more senior officers see him doing this is what you do, I think that it will empower more junior officers and officers everywhere to police each other. Yeah. So I like it. I like the idea. I like the approach. Nobody needs to defund the police. Nobody needs to come down with the hammer and punish police. But I think that it's a training issue.
We said it from the beginning.
Yes, there are scumbags out there. Yes, there are racists out there. Yes, there are bad eggs out there. But I believe that a lot of the situations is just need better training. How to de-escalate. How to deal mentally with situations like this.
You said it. You said empowerment. I think that's a very big, because they are good cops. They are young, good cops. The Chauvin case, he was the lead cop. He was the most senior cop. Yeah. The younger guys might not want to say something for whatever reason. Either they're scared, their career, whatever the reason. So now with training like this, you empower them because you have the law behind you, the book behind you, not that cop, unwritten rules shit, right? I don't know how to describe
blue line,
it.
like the thin blue line.
The thin blue line kind of thing. That ultimately is kind of, people are seeing it as a bad line. It's a fucking dark blue line. You understand? So anyway, long story short, you empower the good cops to fucking do something about it, because ultimately that's what they got to do. They got to take care of it. Not us. They themselves.
No, I agree. Yeah. Not for nothing, but that Oreo, that Stonio, I don't know. I feel like it's...
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I'm into something. I did smoke before the show, so...
Yeah? I smile a lot. When edibles hit me, I smile and I laugh a lot. Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
But anyway, getting back to the subject, I think it's great. Yeah. I mean, who knows if it's going to be enough? I'm sure that somebody out there is rolling their eyes, and somebody out there is saying, oh my God, these guys are so naive. I don't know. There's no, in my opinion, there's no real right answer out there, but at least it's a step forward.
It's a precedent. 100 police departments. That's two
and it's a private. Remember, this is a private institution, this university, right? So the fact that the fact that these police departments are taking it upon themselves to apply and then get selected for this training, that's a big, that says something that they're the police departments want to do better, right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
You're right.
Is that fair?
Ultimately, I think that if you go and interview every police chief in America, all right, they want the best thing, the no racism, like you understand what I'm saying. So I think ultimately the spirit of the police departments have always been to do good. Like, so police officers shouldn't be afraid to do good, and things like this, proper training, you said it, empowers them. So I'm hopeful, man. Precedents, I'm hopeful. That's, you said 100 police departments. That's 2 a state. Change, like it's a good time, man. I like to see it.
Change is going.
Change is good.
Come, folks.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job, OPD.
Have you ever had a bad experience with a police officer?
A bad one?
Yeah.
No, not a bad one. I bit my tongue many a time. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I bit my tongue because my mom put the fear of fucking Jesus of cops. Like, you don't fucking talk back. You don't say nothing. So I bit my tongue many a times. I've had asshole cops, like, just right off the jump. Like, I know you caught me speeding, but did you see that guy cut me off? Because that's what happened. No, just aggressive.
Sure,
I don't care. They didn't want to talk to me. Here's your $350 fucking ticket.
Yeah.
He gave me the maximum. Like, fuck.
Oh man, I spent a night in jail, a weekend or night, I can't remember, in South Carolina one weekend.
Yeah.
And it was really a prank gone wrong, and just for filling a little time here. Really just a prank gone wrong. I was driving in a U-Haul with a buddy of mine, my boy Harry. We were moving, and we thought it'd be funny, funny prank.
That's how it all starts. We thought
there was a school bus driving next to us, right? And so we thought it'd be funny. As the school bus drove by, I acted like I was holding my gun up to my boy, like taking him hostage.
My God.
So as they drove by, I'm holding my gun at him, and he's screaming.
Oh my God!
It looked hilarious.
Oh my God!
For what it's worth, it looked so convincing, so hilarious. This guy deserved an Emmy for this.
Wow!
But the freaking the bus driver radioed in. The cops were there. We tried to explain it all to them.
No, dog.
There was no crime committed. But they freaking hit me on a town ordinance saying that your gun was not in a glove box, which there was no glove box. I was moving. That's the only reason why I had my gun. I had all my shit. I was in a U-Haul.
Right.
All my stuff fresh out of the Marines. They didn't want to hear it.
So it was just there. You were having fun.
Yeah. When I tried to explain to the judge, he didn't want to hear it. I was in about as white a town as you could be in. Ooh. Maybe not say that. Let me just say you don't want to be brown in this town in Jasper County, South Carolina. Woo. So anyway, lesson learned. It ain't fun to play with the police. That coming back, we'll be right back. Stick with us. We got some great weed stories.
Yes,
we'll be
right
back. It's the Podheads.
Let's do it.
cipher.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
The website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties. Contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service. And firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Frank the Tank here with my main man, JB Perez.
The Podheads.
We're in the Cypher. Thank you for sticking with us. Like I said before, we're going to do something about the commercials. We're thinking about something where we play the commercials for the radio feed and then maybe just chat with you guys live. Maybe bring some of you guys on. But like I said, it's a little last minute, so we'll try to figure it out by the next episode or one after that. Shout out to Jeremy Cash, man.
Yeah.
He just jumped in. You missed he asked what I missed, kind of a lot. But don't worry, you can always go back and watch it or listen on WJHM102Games.com or thepodheads.com. You like that plug, right?
Yeah, you like
I'm getting really good at this stuff, guys. 90 episodes here on WJHM. I think this is only about our 5th or 6th doing this live, and I like it. It gives me a chance to really like bullshit with people.
Right,
so
interact.
shout out to you. Thank you, people. For in the chat,
I'll clap
Big H,
to you
Jeremy
guys.
Cash, all those guys. Shout out
Love
to
you guys.
Sneaker Division. If you're a sneakerhead, you gotta follow them, check them out. They do some really interesting, cool stuff, man. Different from just every other sneaker company out there. So real cool stuff. Anyway, we wanted to talk about some interesting news going around the U.S. relating to weed.
Subject.
Yes.
Cannabis.
And if you don't know, we want to tell you we are boycotting the word marijuana here on the Podheads. And if you notice, our weed Wheel of Destiny landed on edibles, so we're doing edibles today in the Cypher. We tried one of these Stonios, these little bootleg Oreo cookies. Now I'm gonna have a couple of these weed gummies here. And these things, they look just like the Trolley brand sour gummies. They're pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, that's a sour worm.
Yeah,
that's a sour worm. You can't tell the difference. That's a sour worm. I could kill a bag of these, bro. And probably
a couple of bags.
effed
Yeah.
up.
600 milligrams.
600 milligrams. It'll
Not
probably
bad.
take about that much to really get really messed up.
Yeah,
it's good. Very chewy. Shout out to the
great. It tastes great.
Yeah, it's good. Good gummy worm.
Again, you could totally fool somebody who wasn't paying attention. Grab a fistful of those damn things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, no more marijuana.
Thank you.
No more marijuana.
No more marijuana. We're boycotting the word marijuana on the show for many reasons. Chat with us. We'll tell you all of them. But cannabis, weed, smoke, anything, trees, just don't call it marijuana.
Don't.
Why? Because Stone Cold said so. Weed news, guys.
Yeah.
We got some weed news.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The week of weed. Let's bring it back.
Right. We got weed news all over the U.S. today. Some interesting,
I hope it's all good, man.
Stories.
I need it. I want it.
I wouldn't say all good. Of
course not. It's America.
So, as you know, it kind of good, but kind of bittersweet news.
Okay.
As you know, New Jersey recently legalized recreational cannabis.
Good job, guys.
But this was actually much to the dismay of a lot of residents, especially the bougie folks in New Jersey. Despite having a 67% support for the legalization in the state,
good job, New Jersey.
A lot of small towns, cities, and business districts don't want it. They don't want legal weed. They don't want head shops. They don't want weed stores. Okay. Governor Phil Murphy signed it into law this year. And so these cities and towns have the power to control both medical and legal weed businesses in their towns until August 21st. So they're all on a mad dash right now to freaking stop any sales of weed in their county, period.
Hey, I hate it. And now they're running to it. This is what I'm talking about. How many times do I have to share the reports about money, income, statistics, crime? Because right now in my head, I can just imagine every single one of them bougie ass people be like, I don't want no hipsters. I don't want no black people. I don't want no brown people. I don't want no poor white people. Like all these negative connotations that people of weed, not weed, have of some weed people that might live in New Jersey, which, by the way, I know has the highest property tax in America. So you know what kind of people live in these small places in New Jersey. I'm just saying. So that's just it, man. Look at the goddamn numbers. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like small, big. Bro, I lived in Massachusetts, a legal state. It is not. Find me. Yeah. I challenge you. I challenge anybody. New Jersey to the statistics go up. Crime goes up. Theft goes up. Anything. Pick one. I don't care because it all goes down. Economy actually goes up. Your town will make more money. Your streets will look nicer. Your roads will have less potholes.
They don't want it. I don't know why. They can levy fines on those who use cannabis in public, but at least they can't stop them from buying or from having it on private property. So if like a neighbor or somebody that lives in this town, they can smoke all the weed they want in their house, but they just can't. They can't use it in public in these towns, even though right across the street you can.
Sure. I mean, I think in most legal states there is a law like that. I don't think they're gonna win. If I remember, every legalized state, there was always some group that was like, no, I don't want this, I don't want that, and ultimately they were on the losing end.
Yeah, so they're looking at, I can't remember the name of it, but it's cities like Bridgewater, Sea Isle. They're towns that have banned cannabis sales. Period. And others like Orange and Tom's River, they've considered the bans, but bigger cities like that, they've got, the people that are like, hell no, we want weed in our city. The people are speaking, telling you, and y'all don't want to listen.
67% of the entire state. Why? Give me one good reason other than even the facade.
And it's not like, this isn't like a law that is basically just to ban cannabis. This is like a law that basically that they can use to ban any kind of businesses that they don't think are good, but they're just using it. They're using it as basically taking advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
It feels dirty. It all feels of dirty, kind of like a dirty feeling of racism or of like just stereotypes. Stereotypes.
You can see the graphic I have up. So everything on green, they're all good with marijuana. Atlantic City, of course, marijuana. I said it. Damn it, cannabis. Atlantic City, Asbury Park, Jersey City, all good with weed. But look, most of New Jersey. Oh, they're out? Look at the graphic. Yeah, it's crazy. Most of New Jersey, Hawthorne, North Caldwell, Bridgewater.
It's the rural versus the cities. I mean, it's been politics for the last 20 years. It's between the cities versus the rural. And here we go again. But they're going to lose. 67%. They're going to lose.
The most populous places want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. They're going to lose. That's pretty. Get your money, people. Get your money.
And you would think that a place like New Jersey, it would be a little bit more progressive.
Right. Right next to New York. Come on.
That's just me. Just my 2 cents. What else we got? Moving on to Louisiana.
Oh, cross my fingers.
I'm not a big fan of Louisiana. I'm a fan of Louisiana. I'm just not a fan of the people that run the place.
Yeah.
So Louisiana House, they rejected a bill to tax adult use of cannabis. Unfortunately,
why?
What this means is before the actual proposition comes up to make cannabis legal, this came across.
Oh, okay.
This came across the House.
Okay.
So this would have been the first step, right? Taxing cannabis would have been the first step in making it legal. So experts say that because Louisiana has decided not to tax it, they have absolutely no plans to legalize the drug. So on Tuesday. Listen to this. The measure to tax adult use cannabis sales were the state to ever pass the reforms, likely preventing the legislature from approving legalization for this year or next. This is according to WDSU. So basically, the House needed a 2/3 vote to pass it. The vote was 47 to 48.
Oh my God.
Very, very close.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but of course you need 2/3. So
yeah. So it wasn't even gonna be close.
Yeah.
Man.
So
you know North Korea, like it's so into itself. Like that's what the South feels like. Like it feels like they don't want to know anything about anybody else, about numbers anywhere, about health anywhere, about education anywhere, right? The South, Mississippi, all those states are the lowest in the country in education, crime. Like pick one. Pick
Yeah.
one, and they're the lowest, okay?
Yeah.
This is another one. Like, why are they don't even get the first step. Like, let's vote to make money off of weed, off a plant, and let's say no.
Jeremy Cash, he just said lawyers smoke weed, doctors smoke weed. It's not a low-life product. It doesn't promote crime like cocaine or heroin does, but they won't ban corporations. And you know what I mean?
You know what
the
I'm saying?
seediest, worst corporations are coming
it
and do
feels
stuff.
so
Yeah.
shit. At this point in 2021, after all the news and the science, at this point, it feels malicious. It feels shady. It feels crooked. Like, you need the money. Louisiana, Mississippi, I'm looking at all of y'all. Y'all need the money. Y'all need the tax money.
Well, a lot of that money goes towards education.
And a lot of other legalized
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure, education, homelessness, problems that are rampant in these southern states. Like, what is the I don't get it, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I can go blue in the fucking head, as they say, just trying to get it across people's head and not listening to me, but you understand my point. Like, I don't get why at this point there's still a fight for it, especially in deep south states like Louisiana.
I don't know, bro. The bill would have brought taxes at 50%. It would have set cannabis taxes at 50%.
That's record high.
Yeah, that's half for the state's general fund and half to local governments. So 20% of the local government share would have been earmarked for law enforcement too.
Look at that.
So
Their
more
favorite
money for
things.
law enforcement. Exactly.
Their favorite things.
Yeah. Republican Richard Nelson. So this is a Republican-sponsored tax bill.
Wow, that's
and
surprising.
a separate bill to legalize cannabis for adults. Estimated legalized cannabis sales would have amounted to over $100 million in annual tax revenues. So Republican-sponsored, I'm just saying, don't think that this is a politics thing.
No, that is very, very
thing.
surprising, and yet it failed. Like, the money was gonna go into the things that they like. Police departments, you could have controlled it more. I mean, like, it still makes no sense. The more you read, it makes even less sense. I don't get it. I don't get it, politics. I don't get it.
Yo, you're right. This isn't even like a follow the money thing, right? A lot of times you can say, well, just follow the money, right? Maybe pharmaceuticals got their hands too deep. I don't know. Big pharma.
Maybe.
It makes my head spin.
I know, because there's almost no rhyme or reason. Like, I lean to the crime because I just think that's what they think about. Oh, it's going to legalize crime. And no, I don't think anywhere in this country, anywhere in the world that legalized marijuana, they can statistically say by fact that crime went up. I mean, what else are you worried about? Tax? We already talked about. Money? We already talked about it. I don't... The earth? The green earth? Like, are you... I don't know.
Jeremy says big pharma and alcohol.
Big pharma,
That's true.
alcohol.
I mean, they're long-standing. We are talking about businesses that have been around for a long time.
Great
and,
point.
have deep pockets, have been rooted in politics for a long time. So maybe it's just... weed needs to catch up.
We know politics is all money. It's all who you know, what you know, special interests. We have to look at what the special interest in the senator. He said alcohol. The South is another thing, very rampant in alcoholism. Look at the numbers. So that wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we're up against it again. Let's take this last break, folks.
Okay.
Thank you for sticking with us. We got some good news. Don't worry.
Yes.
We actually have some good news
Weed
coming
news. All right.
related to weed. So please stick with us. 2 more minutes. We will be right back with the Podheads.
Yo.
While you're waiting, share this shit. If you're having a good time, if you like what we're talking about, give us a share, give us a like. We really appreciate it. We'll be right back. It's the Podheads.
The Cannabis Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education and independent life skills. and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community in serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties. Contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
The Tiberia Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
You welcome back. You're in the cipher with the Podheads. Check out our flag, AmeriCANNA, episode 90. That's what we're talking about. The latest news in cannabis, you know. And Frank the Tank said we have some good news, so bring it in. Shout out to you guys staying with us live. We love you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it, guys. Yes, finally some good news. This isn't news, but you know that the bill to legalize weed in Minnesota was shot down earlier this year. Okay, so a bill to legalize cannabis in Minnesota that was recently passed the House. Okay, it was shot down in the Senate. So halfway there, of course, you already know Republican, Democrat, whatever, right? But in a compromise, the committee voted 77 to 57 to allow smokable medical cannabis for those who are allowed to use medical cannabis.
Oh, okay.
So as the graphic says, you see that the way it used to be there, you'd get your medical card the same way you do in most states. You know, you have your reason, your quote unquote reason.
My back hurts.
Yeah, my back hurts. I got PTSD, whatever. Can't sleep. They give you your card. You go and you get your medicine. But it used to be that you can't get smokable.
You can't
cannabis
get smokable
until now. Now you'll be able to get both, dabs, anything that you can smoke. So yeah, I'll give it up to Minnesota.
I do.
It's a little win. It is
a very, very small win. But and I think people are gonna be like, now people are just gonna smoke it just to smoke it. But I know for a fact, living in Massachusetts, that there was a patient who sued because he felt better being able to smoke his medicine rather than eat it, drink it, tablet, whatever it was. So, and he won. So that was nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was in Massachusetts now that I think about it a lot, but my point is still the same. Like, smoking it gets it to your bloodstream a lot faster than edibles. We're eating edibles. It takes 30, 45 minutes to get there.
Sure,
so yeah, it is a win. What's the next logical step?
I take it. I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna say crumbs. Hey, remember you a few months back you're like, crumbs, give me it all. I'm surprised.
I guess,
but that's good. If you're looking up, I think it's great news.
Coming from Louisiana, who didn't even want to tax the goddamn motherfucker. Excuse me, the goddamn mother effer. To a little win in Minnesota, I'll take it.
Yeah, seriously.
The cannabis community needs the win, man. Needs the win. I'm looking at you, Uncle Biden. Just do it already,
just
man.
Do it. Just like a Band-Aid. Just close your eyes, hold your breath, and just sign the legalization.
You're not going to lose anything. We said a big pharma. Whatever. We can talk about it for a day.
Number one exporter of cannabis in the world. We could do it, folks. We could do it. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, we do got some better news here. Okay. So my favorite story coming out of the Week in Weed. Shout out to JB for a great segment that we had in older episodes that we're going to be bringing back. We're also going to be bringing back the drug screening.
Yes.
Great movies shitty movies that are made great by weed.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out the legalities behind it. Another shout out to who. We're going to be experimenting with psychedelics this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Folks. So look out. We're going to do some reaction videos. We're going to do some research about what we plan on getting ourselves into, right? And then we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Right? Film the whole thing.
Very excited.
Basically, we're going to be your guinea pigs. Put ourselves out there for you to see.
Legit.
First time reaction to psychedelics. I've never taken anything but cannabis in my life. So
Yeah,
it's going to be
very
interesting.
excited. I've seen all the documentaries. I'll probably rewatch them before that day. All the all the good documents, all the bad documents, all the cartoons, and I'm very excited. So just know that you're getting the real deal from here. This is us, first time. We'll tell you how it feels. We'll tell you what we experienced, and you can believe it's gonna be the truth. I'm excited and a little scared, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
But
I'm
ready.
I'm a little bit worried myself. Yeah. But I think I'm excited. It's like I know I'm gonna, everything's gonna be fine.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I just want to enjoy. I don't want to throw up. If that's a thing,
is it a thing?
I don't know if that's a thing. But like,
I
just don't like vomiting. Like, give me anything else.
But vomiting.
Anything else. But I would rather have like a pin sticking out of my skull than to be vomiting. It's just a terrible feeling.
I hope you don't, and I hope I don't.
I hope it's a great time. Yeah,
me too. Me
All
too.
Right. Well, we'll let you know. You'll see. Anyway, so the big story that is exciting me, folks, the DEA, that's right, the Drug Enforcement Agency, or America, whatever, they are close to allowing companies to grow cannabis for scientific research once again.
Whoa!
So this is a big win, guys.
Hold on. Slow down. Say that again.
The DEA.
Nice.
The freaking Drug Enforcement Administration.
I said agency. I'm an idiot. Yep.
After years of delay, and Obama, not for nothing, but we talked about this before, and JB, you were critical of Obama for coming down on weed or not doing enough for weed.
Nothing.
But Obama actually was working with the DEA to allow legislation for more scientific research behind
first
cannabis.
time I've heard of this.
But when Trump came into power, he shot everything down. All right. So for the first time, the government is preparing to award the first new licenses for cultivating cannabis. Okay, for cultivating cannabis. In JB having a good time.
Bro, this is huge.
So
you
listen,
don't even know.
It's the first time in over 50 years, guys. Last week, the DEA signaled it would award the licenses soon by issuing what's called the MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, to a number of organizations that applied for the opportunity. So, right?
That is, bro, that is huge. I remember the story distinctly in the Week in Weed back when I said it. In the United States, schools, medical, hospitals, they had to study with shitty weed, like legit, like regs, like shitty weed, low THC stuff. So the true medicine study did not happen here in America. It happened in Canada, happened in Israel, of all places. I don't know why, but it happened in other places, not here in America. For a federal agency, I think the DA is armed, an armed federal agency to allow this is a huge stepping stone for the feds, bro. Like, why not?
Thank you.
Right?
Not? We won't federally make it legal, but guess what? The DEA is now allowing it to grow for research, which means they got to be easing up on it.
That's my point. They're going to allow Harvard. They're going to allow LSU. They're going to allow all these schools.
I'll tell you. It's going to allow for greater research into cannabis and its potential medical properties, but there's only a few, many companies have put in applications, but they're only allowing a few right now. Okay. Right now. The only place in America where they are allowed to grow weed for study is, take a guess.
Oh, man, I know it. I'm going to lose it. It's somewhere in the South?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, Mississippi State.
Ole Miss! University of Mississippi. Wow. Holy crap. Yes. That was good. Yep. That was really close. I'll give you points for that.
Ooh, I remember.
So 1968 was the last license that was awarded to Ole
Miss. And the only schools doing it.
Yeah.
A small lab.
Yep. 3 schools right now have been awarded licenses that are just waiting. They have confirmed. I think 7 total.
Okay.
But 3 have confirmed. Groff North, not schools, but places.
Sure.
Groff North America in Redline, Pennsylvania. This is a research facility. Scottsdale Research Institute in Arizona, and Biopharmaceutical Research Company in Castroville, California.
Okay.
So
I'm not terribly excited about pharmaceuticals, but if the feds say it's probably for a good reason, they probably got a good reason. I rather wish it went to all the schools or hospitals, but ultimately it's a win. I'll take this win, bro.
Because the stuff in Mississippi is not being grown. Like it's got nothing to do with the stuff that's actually being sold today.
Correct.
It's
correct.
whack.
I mean, the weed today is really high potency stuff. Like, this is not your grandma's weed, bro. Look at the study books, look at the pictures, look at the THC contents. In the 70s, they were smoking single digit percentages, like for real, 15%.
Stuff that wouldn't even get you high now.
Yeah, like it wouldn't. It would really be like butter for your cannabis brownies. Like, we're talking about 90%, 95%, 98%. With no study behind it, right? So now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with fire.
Now we're cooking with fire.
We're cooking.
Cannabis, medical cannabis could really see a turning point here in America, whether it's on the medicine side or even just economically. This will be good for the economy. Louisiana and all you other stupid ass states who won't legalize it because whatever the hell reason, there's money here. There's money here all day, every day. Here's another example of money coming into the economy. I mean,
absolutely.
Let's go.
I'm in 100% agreement with you.
Let's go.
The numbers are there. It's time. I'm interested to see what kind of things we're going to discover. We've talked about places in Israel, like you said, places in not in Mississippi, but in South America that have found some incredible things. We still don't know about. We have multiple cannabinoid receptors in our body. Like, I think like 27 different ones or something. I might be off on that. But we only know about like 2.
Look at that.
We only know about CBD and THC receptors. We have dozens more. We know nothing about them. Our body is made to receive cannabis.
Yes, for real.
A natural plant on this planet.
I
So
mean, believe what you want. If you're spiritual, if you're heavenly, if you're space, if you're nature, pick one, because cannabis in our bodies, you said it, it was like made for us. Pick one, like the health benefits, the mental benefits. You can cook with it, you can eat it, you can clothe yourself with it, you can write on it. I mean, come on. Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I think the big thing is I hope,
cannabis.
like you said before, this leads to changes in federal law, right? I mean, we know the
hope
drug scheduling is ridiculous. Schedule 1 of cannabis is an absolute atrocity.
Yes.
I can't even, it's a perversion. This to me is the same level of offense that is the word marijuana. You know, that to me, the Schedule 1 of weed is the same thing as using the word marijuana. It's a lie. It's completely made up. You're insulting my intelligence. You're insulting American people's intelligence. There's no reason why we should be anything above Schedule 4.
For real, you know, and that's
maybe 3.
Maybe we are here jumping and excited that DEA is allowing you to study. But to your point, why is it even up there? Wow. It's a plant. Whatever.
Listen,
I don't even care anymore.
Look at some of these drugs that are on lighter schedules than cannabis.
Meth?
Freaking ketamine, anabolic steroids, cocaine, crystal meth. Yeah, all these things are less dangerous according to the federal government right now than weed.
Crystal meth.
So
I'm done with you guys.
So I
Come
mean,
on, I'll go buy it. I'm rooting for you. Let's do it.
It's a win. It's a win for the feds.
Yeah.
I would like to see at least the research. If the research comes from the feds themselves, then the DEA allows it. You know, maybe then they'll say, okay, yeah, this is our own research. We can lower the schedule. Anyway, that's a show, guys. We really appreciate you guys for checking us out.
Thank you.
We love the chat, all you guys. Y'all are the absolute best.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, we'll be here doing the same damn
7 p.m.
thing. Hashtag the Podheads. Hashtag Weed Wednesdays. That's the show, guys.
See you next
Love
time.
y'all. Peace.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call your computer solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling your computer solutions at 407-826-0810. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius.
Right marijuana, that is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
Michoacán and Acapulco.